Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zoro and Zoro's Playground, where me and my nerdy ass friends are going to be playing more Dungeons and Dragons. Alright, where we last left off, the group had just heard some mysterious language as the snake bracelet hovered above the desk in front of them. Vahasalim. Vahasalem! And it disappeared in a puff of purple smoke. Now what would you all like to do?
Does anybody know what that meant?
Does anybody speak Yanti?
I was gonna say no, we do not.
I believe we went over this last time. I don't think anyone speaks Yanti.
I have no idea what was said, darling. I don't speak whatever language that was.
I have no idea. But
Oh,
Afraid
well.
I don't recognize it either.
well, we definitely know that the Vipers were listening. That's for sure. And more than anything, what we learned is that Nahinium is a lie.
Indeed.
And you hear Marcus pipe up. God becoming currency. I don't know how we fix something like that.
The only way to fix something like that would be wish.
Huh.
To heal the world all at once. To force
You see-
the Nahinium to rejoin itself in such a way.
You see him go into a drawer on his desk. And he slowly pulls out a box. Then you're going to need this. And he slides it forward towards Malachi. Or Malik, sorry. God, I want to put an I on the end of your name, damn it!
Like that's like I would have to completely respell the name, Bubby.
I know, it's horrible. Anyway. But yes, he this very ornate looking wooden box he slides towards you, Malik.
I will open said box.
It is full of a glittering pink powder.
That's not Nahinium?
Anyone want to give me an Arcana check?
Oh, gladly.
Do we have to be proficient?
Nope, anyone can do it if you want.
21.
21,
See if
16.
16, okay. G.
Don't look at me. I've been leaving that to you magic users over there.
Fair enough, okay. Okay, so Malik, you have no idea what this is. But Diana and Malkael, you both recognize this as you got above a 15. This is pixie dust. One of the true components of the wish spell. One of the hardest to achieve. You know for a fact that this is the second hardest material to get for the components of wish.
How did you come across so much pixie dust?
How do I explain this? Let's just say, I used to be married to one.
Oh no, don't be telling me that's the rest of her essence.
No. This was a gift given to me by her grandfather. But if we're going
Quite
to
a
need a
gift.
wish,
Then we're going to need the hardest component to find already found.
second hardest. He, a puff of smoke appears in his hand, and a piece of paper is in between his two fingers, and he also slides that next to the box. The rest of the components for wish. They are not easy to find. Pixie dust is only so hard to find because they are rare creatures. But there's another component that's even harder than that. Oh?
What's that?
That component is, what's the most polite way to put this? Blood of the purest of gods. Meaning, there is no evil within them. Which most gods is not easy to find.
What are you saying? We have to get some blood of unicorn or something.
No.
The
We
blood
have
of a
to.
god is much different.
You have to get the blood of a god who's been uncorrupted by man. And it has to be given willingly. Because the moment you try to take it, the god's blood will instantly become tampered with because they have been corrupted by humanity. And
Valid.
darkness will infiltrate their heart.
There is only one god that fits the bill.
Who might that be?
A god that hasn't been seen in over 2,500 years. Ah, the goddess of spring, Zolas. She is the one and only god that has never been touched by man, or influenced by them. She is one and only god who refused to humor the mortals. From what I
Yeah.
understand, she is the only truly good goddess.
Diana just takes a drag from her wand, exhales. This time the taste of the smell of blueberries and lemon, wafting about. So, if we need to save a god or to fix the world as we know it, we need blood from a goddess that hasn't been seen in who knows how long.
2,500 years.
That's going to be such a bother, darling.
The last time she was spotted was when a group of 3 brave heroes first ventured around the world. Basically forming what we know today as heroes.
Any idea where they saw her?
I have a pretty good idea, actually.
I'm all ears, darling.
Marcus looks at you. You do? Can I just share with the class?
Give me a moment. There are parts of the world that once the light disappeared from our world, the sun vanished from the sky. Places that should have died didn't. And from from what I have heard, mind you, this is rumors nonetheless, that the continent to the west, a city literally in the trees, did not wither away. It still thrived.
And what city is this?
Well, it would have to be the lovely city of the Forever Woods.
Right.
Where better to hide than in a place filled with your own energy. And if she's not there, then the only other possible place could be the village lost in the trees in Ashos.
Yes, she would definitely be somewhere where true spring could be found.
Because it's also, there's no way in hell that she would be an Umbra, unless secretly all along she has been the power of Sunshine Hill.
There were rumors that she was the reason it stays shiny. Well, bathed in sunlight anyway.
It would make sense, but at the same time, she's not the goddess of the sun.
No.
She's the goddess of spring. And
I have the
considering
feeling that the
Ether-
Forever Woods are your best option.
So if this goddess of spring happened to be hiding out in the woods somewhere, why has it been over several millennia at that, and she hasn't been found? Surely someone had to be looking for her before us.
3,000 years ago was when magic was first introduced to the realm. She was one of the goddesses and gods who voted against bringing magic to the realm. And when the goddess of magic did it anyway, parts of her domain were destroyed under the various meteors that landed on the planet. One in particular was an oasis that used to belong to her. She became so furious with the god of was it god or goddess of magic? Hold on. I can never remember my own pantheon.
Goddess.
Goddess, got it. When she became so furious with the goddess of magic, she cast a curse upon them. One that still holds to this day. One thing that you're going to have to solve before you can even cast Wish. Because that curse has sealed away everything 8th level magic and above.
So it sounds like you're saying that this goddess of springtime is more powerful than your goddess of magic.
Well, no. It took her and 4 other gods to cast this curse. The gods who helped her, including herself, I will name them for you. It was her, the god of time, Zathos, the god of medicine, Weijun, the god of the sea, Voltaeus, and the goddess of the stars, Ona.
That would be 5, darling, not 4.
Oh, yeah, 5, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It took their combined energy to overwhelm the goddess of magic. That is how strong she is.
So exactly how many gods and goddesses were at this meeting? That this vote, as you said before, concerning putting magic into the world.
All of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18.
So what with this legendary vote? 5 no and 10 yes?
Mm-mm. He nods.
Well, it sounds like, darling, that finding her is going to be one piece of a giant headache.
I know of one place you could start to look for a clue. One of those brave heroes I spoke of has a statue right here in Dyson City. He was a bard. Deet Littlefoot. It's said that the inscription on his statue gives a hint to where the goddess lies. Whether or not that is true, I don't know. But that would be up to you to find. No, this is real. No! uh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
so
either
good.
post something or say
Oh.
something. I had to do one or the other.
So, the one wish is real.
Okay, that's
That's
kind
funny.
of great. That's kind of perfect.
No, that's funny. If we were live on like Twitch or something, I would have said like, clip that. That was funny. But yeah. With all of this information, what would the party like to do?
So
Well,
if we... Oh, go right ahead.
first and foremost, what are we doing with the beating heart?
Still beating on the desk in front of you.
I reach forward and pick it up. I say we should keep this for safekeeping.
I could agree with that. Marcus pipes up. I think it is too dangerous for anyone to let that fall into the wrong hands. I think you all should keep it. Keep it somewhere safe.
I place it in my pack.
Okay.
Also,
Shouldn't-
darling, something
shouldn't-
equally important into our hands is matter of payment. We did just complete the quest that you so wonderfully gave us, and even gave you a bonus. Motions towards the bound, knocked out werewolf.
That is true. You were saying something, Gene.
Concerning that heart there, are you sure you just want to be putting it in your bag and all flopping around like that? Wouldn't it be safer than something like a jar of dirt?
You want me to put a fraction of a god's heart in a jar of dirt?
I gotta try it. I gotta try it.
To be honest, and I'm going to say this lightly, we shouldn't be bringing this thing with us. Every time we are injured, and I have to use magic to heal us, that is going to cause a reaction, and any Nehinium within the area is going to immediately increase the size and power of the heart. Eventually,
You're also
Based
true.
on- Based on what? I don't remember anything like that happening.
Yeah, that was info you guys got last time. Anytime healing magic is cast on Nehinium, it causes any other Nehinium to form with it.
and
That's how the heart grew in size, remember?
Oh yeah. Well, isn't that a good thing? Like we want to collect all the Nehinium together in one place.
yes and no. That thing is going to grow exponentially to the fact that it will one day be bigger than all of us.
I mean, maybe.
Oh no, that
We
is
get a
most
bag of holding
certainly.
somewhere.
Again,
Bye.
it's as I said, if we keep that thing around, eventually all of the Nehinium within the world within wherever we are will become attracted to us.
If you keep it in an I speak it good English. It's fine. An extra dimensional space, you should be okay.
Yes, but we don't
It
have
should-
one of those.
You all have bags of holding.
What do we?
Yes.
Do we?
Do we?
Yes, all of you have bags of holding.
I do not have that on my sheet.
Oh,
I
well, you
don't
should
have
have.
that. I don't have that. I was gonna say that was not
Yeah.
a thing we discussed.
Yeah.
My bad. I should have brought that up with the reboot of the game. You all have bags of holding.
Okay.
No,
Woo.
it's
Well,
okay.
No, I'm thrilled.
As
Okay,
long as
bag
we
of
ha-
holding
as long
on the
as we have
sheet.
it,
So I
it's-
take it out of my backpack and put it in my bag of holding.
Because Jay, I could have swore we had talked about you wanting your bag to be your bag of holding.
I don't remember that because I have my 2 magical items and they're a little overpowered.
That's true. But yes, no,
Technically,
I
my
didn't want to
third, which
deal
is
with.
also
I didn't want
overpowered.
to. I didn't want to deal with carrying weight and stuff, so I was like, all of you have bags of holding. Done.
Okay. That's
I don't.
perfectly.
Works for me.
It's like we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
It's almost like a bag of
acceptable.
holding should be like 10 gold because it's something that is literally mass produced.
It should be because, and that's why I've never understood like the 200 gold price for an uncommon item. I was like, that's ridiculous.
It's
Agreed.
a lot of it is also it's dependent on the size of your world, the political nonsense and whatnot, and in Faerun,
And also the generosity of your DM.
yes,
That is
Mhm.
why a lot of my magic items are cheaper, especially the common and uncommon ones. Once you get into rare and above, then yes, they start getting expensive.
and I think a lot of that has to do with the components to make said things. They are
Right.
something that only happen, an item like a mushroom or a leaf
Well,
or a tree
that is
only
why-
grows once every 100 years or something like that.
That is why this world's firearms are so expensive. Because every gun comes equipped with several enchantments.
Yeah.
Ah. So yeah, I put it in my bag of holding.
so, seeing that that problem is solved, because oops, rewind. It's still the case of having something like that, even in an extra dimensional space, is something that I don't feel like we should be carrying around, especially since we are going to have to meet several gods and goddesses along this journey.
Let carry it for now. Let me contact Percival and see if he can create a device that can hold the Nahinium and keep it somewhere where it could be away from prying eyes and hands.
Yes, darling. Especially make it immune to such things as divination spells.
Yes.
Yes,
Last thing you
as
want
we've
is someone to scry upon it.
as we've seen, we've already been spied upon, so they know you have it.
That's one of the other reasons why I'm saying we should be keeping it.
Well, unfortunately, I can't keep it here. Not yet, anyway. As much as I would love to, I am far too. And he looks around his, very nondescript space. Rubbable?
Fair.
But yes, I will contact Percival and see what he can do.
And going back to what Diana had said earlier, about our payment, we do understand that Nihinium is the more common currency, but
I would be glad to convert all the Nahinium costs that I stated into gold.
that would be lovely.
Seeing I'm now afraid to even give out Nahinium.
Yes. Because all of the Nihinium that we have on us,
I
I'm
will-
going to imbue into the heart at a later time.
I will warn you. There are some cities that do not accept gold as currency anymore. Do remember this.
Well, given that Nehidium here isn't going to be used as a currency for us, we'll just have to have other measures to attain what we need.
You might have to carry stuff you can always barter with.
I mean, it's not that hard to, trade, buy jewels and gold and silver in towns in bar form, with the gold we have, and barter with it in places where Nihinium is the only currency available.
I will
I
give. I will give one more piece of advice. Have you come across any people wearing plague masks?
Points to the Black Death that's in the corner.
Besides them,
Not that I've noticed. I mean, I haven't really been paying attention.
Not that I recall.
he leans forward as he weaves his fingers together and he places his chin on top of it. Beware of anyone wearing a plague mask.
Are they basically a member of the Black Death?
No. Malik, do you remember a long time ago when the Black Rose Guild was around?
I do.
Upon the disbanding of the Black Roses, a new thorn grew in its place.
Let me guess, they're way worse.
Very much so. They are a cult like I have never seen before. I think they might have something to do with what happened to Thum.
And they're using the Wild Clan, the Black Death, and the Bloody Vipers.
I
as
assume as their
pawns.
puppets.
Yes.
The Bloody Vipers, the Black Death, and the Wild Claw clans, I believe, are all of their puppets.
It would make sense. In a world where werewolves and vampires were not able to move freely, finally having the sun, the one thing blocking them from accessing their power infinitely, goes away. Having only a red moon in the sky kind of makes it easy for you to do whatever you want.
Do you have access to the sea? He asked in general, by the way. He's just kind of looking to all of you.
I didn't.
I'm not sure.
Is Figus even still available? Is there even intercontinental travel right now? I thought that every port was shut down when the sun disappeared.
It became much harder to travel across the ocean, but there are still some companies that are willing to risk the waters. You will have to travel the oceans at some point, especially if you want to head to Ephraim.
True.
Maybe we save that for last.
Realistically, in the long run, I have a feeling that this journey we've been thrust upon unintentionally is going to be across every continent at some point.
Would Diana's connections with nobility at least know of people who are still trading?
Yes. You would know that the specifically the man who sits in front of you, the Grand family, is one of the families that still trade actively. Mostly because they tend to use airships instead of sailing ships.
Okay.
Which still is far dangerous to be up into the stormy skies, but far less dangerous than being in the very unstable ocean right now.
Is it Grand family?
Yeah, Marcus Grand is the guy who sits in front of you, and the Grand family is a known market company.
Okay.
No, I didn't see a hand in for him, so I wasn't sure if he was really important. My bad.
Fuck, did I not make... I didn't. Son of a bisquick. Hold on.
No, you're good. That's why I was like, that's unlike you.
I was about to say, I thought I had a thing for... Oh, no, because I forgot that first session to make a handout for him.
It's okay. It
So,
happens.
so the person in front of us is connected to a family.
Yes.
Diana motions towards Marcus and says, "Well, darling, if I remember correctly, your family is known for their airships."
Yes, they are definitely known for their airships, but... Unfortunately, an airship might be far and away out of your price ranges. Especially with the way the world is now.
So long as we have any type of waterway towards our destination, I have the equipment we need to be heading there.
Ah, yes, but do you have a crew?
I have a partial crew here. Hardly more than a skeleton, or hardly less than a skeleton crew.
I know not the first thing of sailing.
Yeah, Dinah just gives you a look like,
I might have an idea on that.
Oh my god,
I
he's
mean-
perfect. Hold on.
I mean, just saying, if all the ports are closed, darling, that means that's a lot of sailors who are looking for business.
Yes, but there might be a better batch of sailors that would be able to possibly make our passage that much safer.
Well, you could always find a crew. That could be a goal.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking, is that maybe a trip to the Lake of Songs might be in order. The people of
They
the
are the
s-
most seafaring folk.
the people of the sea have lived there for
But Jean,
generations.
you said you have the equipment. What do you mean by that?
Let's see here. I did happen to acquire a gift earlier. And she holds out a presumably a small, relatively small item that some of you may recognize, that collapsible boat.
It's probably the size of like several folded pieces of like construction paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And the guy who sits in front of you, by the way, I just found his thingy.
Nice.
Boop.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh, daddy.
He is very much
What?
can confirm. Very daddy, also very, very posh.
Yes.
So
Yep.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it pleases me that you found that amusing, Zora.
Yeah, no, that was funny.
He's grown. He's grown.
It's amusing. Anyway,
Now,
all right.
we've thrown the word hero around a few times in this conversation.
Yes.
Now, I'm not stating that we are at that point yet, but lines are connecting, intercrossing, and based off of every legend that has ever been recorded, they all started in similar ways to the very moments that we are.
Yes, according to the legends, their destinies were very much thrust upon them.
Now, knowing what I've read in the past, I'm not necessarily sure if it's true or not anymore. The king of the very city we are in, their family has always been kind to heroes. Is that still the case?
May I remind you, we now belong to the one and true king.
That's right, I forgot about that.
King,
Sandry, I believe.
yes,
Yes.
King Zandri. He actually, you see him kind of choke back a sob when you mentioned the previous king. King Havel, High Whisk. He was a kind man, yes. Lived far behind his years.
Did he have any children?
Any family.
He had 3.
Did
I do not know their whereabouts.
Did they flee safety?
Yes, Zandri wanted to.
Eliminate all the familial lines.
Yes, and he did most of them. I believe out of the 4 families, only 2 of them managed to have survivors.
Interesting. Interesting. And we don't know much. There's not much known about Xandri other than the fact that he is a murderer who claims to be the one true king.
Huh. Well, there is much we don't know about the ancient red dragon. All I know is that he rules with an iron fist. Or iron claws. There was once a story that said he was once a kind man. But something the kings did brought his wrath and changed him. And now he is nothing but an angry tyrant.
It's so weird that our world has gotten so dark since the sun went away, in more ways than one.
It is true. All the gods used to work together in harmony. Including the dragons. But now even the dragons which we once worshipped are all just bitter and angry. We haven't seen Tyrandros in at least 500 years. Not ever since Zandri took over as the one true king.
It's probably because he feels shame that his first son has changed the world so much.
And that he could not stop it.
No.
You spoke of the gods working together earlier. I can't help but be reminded that this wish spell that we're supposed to be putting together can't be undone because of the curse laid upon by the 5 gods and goddesses.
You would have to figure out how to break the curse first.
Aye, that be exactly be my point. Wouldn't we need to be finding the other 4 gods aside from the goddess of spring?
Each of them does contain 1/5 of the magic, and they've probably been channeling it for thousands of years. If we ask them to stop, or prove that what they did was wrong, we might be able to start to heal the world.
Provided they don't let their pride get the best of them out of spite.
Marcus taps his nose and points to Jean. You do have to remember a god's hubris.
True.
The goddess of magic, her pride was wounded when the curse was put upon them. Her fury has brought several of these changes to the world. She is the reason that a new god was born. Out of her anger and wrath spawned the god of chaos, Aeon. He is the youngest of the gods. I have the feeling he has something to do with a lot of this.
It wouldn't surprise us. But there are things I feel we need to work on first. Because as it stands, as we all know, the moment we leave this city's walls, there is very little safety from place to place.
That is true.
That if you were not in the walls of this city, you are just asking to be eaten by one of the clans. But at the same time, we also know that the clans are trying to break through the walls of the city. Whatever they were planning, we stopped for the most part, and can maybe find out more from that numbskull in the corner. But it's all dependent on how much information he's going to be willing to give us.
Aren't these clans in some kind of turf warfare, as it were, in the city? Trying to control the majority of it for themselves?
There were rumors that the Black Death had infiltrated the city.
And we can confirm it's true. The four ears on your table, and the fifth in your corner.
Not to mention the children who are now without parents.
Aye, the poor young'uns.
Yes, I had my subordinate bring them to the orphanage.
But the thing that concerns me is, why were the Vipers watching that man? And yet,
Yes.
why did the Vipers allow the Black Death to make home in that place?
There has to be some reason. They don't do anything without it being connected to what their plan is.
It would make sense for any of the clans to be taking hold of this location, as these pubs here are often central joints of information passing through.
And
So it
The ones you're going to come across outside the city are the ones that are truly dangerous. The Wild Claw clan. They are feral creatures. They do not speak. All they wish is to kill.
and
Those are the ones you need to watch out for.
unless you have access to certain spells, Diana, there is no way for us to safely sleep through each night.
Not quite yet, darling. I'm not at that level yet, but give me time and the ability to expand my spell book, and I may be able to come up with something.
I might have a friend who could help with that.
Maybe
He was...
before we
There-
before we can try to leave, we fix the town first.
Very much, that would be appreciated. We need to make sure our walls are secure before we even leave the city, and that's what's my next thing. I have a friend, Victor von Dark. He is my most trusted subordinate. and I believe he can help you not only secure the city, but help you with your travel problems. Anyone want to give me a history check because of the name I just said?
Absolutely, because
Perhaps.
I'm proficient. I'm proficient in it.
As am I.
As am I.
Aye.
Oh,
Boom.
only a 9. Yeah, I have a +7 got 9. Sure.
Rip. Gene? Well.
I rolled like
I got the
today.
16.
Okay, Makael, you're the only one who recognizes that family name.
Von Dark.
The Von Dark family. They are specifically known as the last sorcerer bloodline.
Ooh.
The last
They-
sorcerers.
They are the last sorcerers in existence. Specifically, wild magic.
Oh my. So you want us to truck with wild magic sorcerers?
Yes, their clan and family have come up with the world's strongest ways of travel and ways to mask said travel.
Sounds
I
useful.
think they are the only way for you to travel safely outside these walls.
Well, then we should certainly meet with this Victor.
Very much so.
Yes. He currently resides in the... he kind of gulps a little bit.
You're gonna say castle, aren't you?
He nods.
Where?
He's in the castle.
Lovely.
The one true king.
So
Knowing
he
that
there...
he can... hold on. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, my apologies. Go right ahead, Fisher.
The one true king. Knowing that he could not be everywhere at once. Assigned administrators to each continent. And the Von Dark family is who currently resides over Doronga.
And he
But
can
I
be
do-
trusted.
I trust him. The rest of his family, on the other hand, I do not know. Victor, you can trust. Do not trust anyone but him.
So I take it that the king had been given certain powerful families in this town as, I assume, lands and vassals and serfs and that kind of thing. And the Van Darks are one of them. Particularly
Yes.
Victor being the head of the household.
In particular, yes. He is a good man. I worked with him for many years. He is someone I would lay down my life for. I do not know how loyal he is to King Zandri, but I do know that parts of his family are very loyal. And his expression turns very dark when he says that.
Well,
You are going to be able to find him in his favorite garden. Usually around noon, he starts to tend it. It is the only thing that brings him peace.
Are we going to be able to access the gardens freely?
He does not stop people from entering the castle. He may have been granted power, but the town guard kind of does their own thing. He does have some royal guards, but not many. I don't think you'll face very much problem in getting at least a meeting with him. He takes out another piece of paper, and he hands it out to anyone who wants to take it. This is a missive. It simply states that you would want a meeting with him. As long as you have this, they should let you by.
But what exactly should we be saying we're here for? I doubt you'd want us going around, attempting to, be talking with those who could be in power that may or may not have allegiance to the Dark King.
I mean, if Marcus trusts him and thinks he has not been corrupted, then we need to have faith that he is not corrupted.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but we can't go around saying, it's like, hey, we'd like to get some help here, setting things right and starting an uprising against the king here. We can't go in and be doing that.
We're not going
We have to be there in a different.
We're not doing that is a goal at one point. But our fight is not with the king at this moment. Yes, he is a problem. Is he the current biggest problem we would need to deal with? No.
In my opinion, he is probably the least of our worries.
Our biggest problem is getting Wish back.
So it sounds like we need to go and talk with this Victor Von Dark.
Yes,
and
and
see
you
in what
can,
ways we can help him, and then he can help us.
along your travels, you should stop at the Dita Littlefoot statue and check out that inscription. It is along the way.
Perfect.
There's a saying that me and Victor have. I am willing to give it to you all to help you confirm that he is on your side.
And what would this
Go
phrase
ahead.
be?
To prove to each other that we are uncorrupted, I would ask him if the serpent has bit the back of his hand. And he would respond with... Hold on, I gotta look at my notes. Hold on. Fuck. Yes, I would say... I would ask if the serpents had bit the back of his hand. And if he responds, the venom's well is still dry, then we know that he is not corrupted. If he does not respond with this,
We just walk away.
Would you mind repeating the key phrases again?
Has the serpent bit the back of your hand?
and he would respond, the venom's well is still dry.
And it's...
Thank you.
I think think it's because we will have this missive to get on to the castle grounds tomorrow morning that realistically we say we have a meeting with Victor, and that the first phrase we say before we even discuss anything with him, before we even give our names, is to determine if he has been corrupted.
Makes sense.
The other thing we should look out for is to make sure that there is no bracelets of vipers around his wrists.
Marcus's eyes go wide like he just had a revelation. I did not even think of that.
You guys just keep giving me more questions here.
Well, we know that the bracelets, that the Viper bracelets are deadly. They're also listening devices of some magical kind. And I have a feeling if we start to actually pay attention tomorrow morning, we are going to see a lot of people have them on their wrists.
Go ahead, Gene, sorry.
So, two more questions with this Victor character. First, do you happen to know if he owned any businesses of any sort that we might be able to go under the guise of using?
They own several. Their main export is in, basic enchantment magic and, creations. Specifically, the company name is The Weaves Parcels.
Anything else there? Might be there something more of an international appeal? Other than just basic enchantments you can get anywhere? Presumably?
They have several smaller companies, but not any that would hold the influence that would.
Aye, okay then. Now, here's an important second question. We got these bracelets here from the Vipers. Are there any other sort of trinkets we need to be watching out for from the other clans?
Why did we ask one of the ones that we have sitting on the side?
That is true.
Finding out what two of the three have is a great place to start.
You, as you're all sitting there, by the way, when Malik points to what was the unconscious body of the Black Death you had in the room, you all realize that at some point he stood up.
Oh, benign ear, they'll tie.
But he is still standing there, just listening.
You can scry on me.
He is completely. You can't see his facial expression because of the Plague Doctor's mask. Behind his Plague Doctor's mask, you start to see this glow that grows brighter and brighter until these great brain eyes are now flowing through the mask. And you hear this very waspy voice come out of the body. Blood and bone turns the wheel. Greed made from flesh seals the deal. When the world faces its final breath, tink, it breaks the chains that you had him in. Everything in sight becomes undeath. And he crams the broken part of the chain into his neck and slits his own throat.
Okay. I'm assuming he's crumpling to the ground at this point.
Very much so.
Is there any life left in the body?
Absolutely not.
With this now disruption, I am going to say I have a feeling we have our answer, as I'm going to take off the muzzle. Or the mask.
Funny enough, when you take off the Plague Doctor's mask, you see as he finishes bleeding out, the fur retracts into his body, and he once again becomes human.
That's interesting.
And this face of probably a man, probably in his early 30s, twisted and contorted from slitting its own throat. As you see that all of these people were once human, and when they died, they were referred as such.
That's true. We did see. I think you said that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I did copy and paste that saying into the chat, so you could all put that in your notes.
Thank you. Is there anything intricate in the Plague Doctor's mask? Do I see runes, even if they were started to be burned away, left some kind of trace in the mask at all?
No, there's not any traces left. Whatever magic was there is now gone.
Well, I think we have our answer for what 2 out of the 3 can do to listen in. If they have a Plague Doctor's mask, or the Bracelet of the Viper, they gotta go before we can ask our questions.
Yes.
Because if they're alive, I have a feeling when they don't check in, someone is able to connect to the mask and trigger some type of, control spell to kill and shut their mouth.
That voice. I've heard it before. Marcus speaks up once again. Only once. When I myself were almost killed at the hand of a group of Black Death. You see him kind of undo that leather side brace that he has, and he undoes his fucking button-down shirt as he pulls it to the side. You see a very deep scar that looks like someone tried to rip his heart out with claws. That was the demon wolf. That was their leader. I think he was sending you all a message. Or me. I do not know which. That voice terrifies me to this day. The only reason I lived was because I had Victor with me that day. He is a much better fighter than I am. The saying that he said, can any of you make sense of it?
I might. Give me a moment.
The line greed made from the flesh seals the deal. Sounds to me like it be something involving the same, magic material from your magic god there.
The Nehemium.
Yes. The part that concerns me was that final bit. When the world faces its final breath, everything in sight becomes undeath. That sounds like something out of our history books. Something that happened a long time ago.
You're not
What was
talking
that
about
day?
what I think you're talking about.
The Undead War. When the heroes fought against Silverblade.
He's gone. That's not possible. They made sure of that.
They sure did. Well, tragedy struck this city, remember that? There's a whole graveyard full of those. And he turns away I will mark the map for you guys. Outside of Dyson City, there is now a very, very large graveyard. Where's my drawing tool? There it is. I'm gonna make it black. Right outside here. Whoops. Because I can't draw a straight line to save my life. That space outside of Duranga is a massive graveyard that was full of the citizens of Dyson City that were made into undead to serve Silverblade. That the heroes and their guild slaughtered most of them to save the city. And when they defeated Silverblade, the rest of them collapsed. And then they were buried here in this mass grave. The part of that saying that confuses me the most was that first line. Blood and bone turns the wheel. I couldn't even begin to understand what that means.
Aye, that seems a bit too cryptic at the moment.
Not necessarily.
You think, Malik?
What are we made out of, if not nothing more than blood and bones?
So what, are they saying that we're just mice turning a wheel?
Not
Probably more like a
What?
wheel of time.
not necessarily that we are nothing more than mice on a wheel. It's that what has happened over the course of the past 3 years. Nothing but death and blood and bones. Look at it, Orgopolis is gone. The Black Death have taken over every space in between the cities.
It's true. Ever since the sun is gone, it has been nothing but tragedy after tragedy.
And a lot of that is because I have a feeling if that final line is what we're both afraid of more than anything, what's the best way to take over a world when 50+% of its current population is already dead? To resurrect what has fallen in its final breath.
Do you even know the level of magic you speak of?
I do. But
Oh,
what do you think?
wait a minute. He comes to. I'm actually gonna roll for him to see if he comes to this revelation. Hold on.
Yep, nope, go ahead.
Eight. He sure doesn't. He looks like he was about to say something, and then he stops, like it slipped his mind.
What
I think-
Sorry, go ahead.
I think you should start with the statue. See if it gives you any clues where the goddess of spring might be.
I have a feeling that we already are locked into a fate that we don't understand. I saw it in your eyes. We both know the magic it would take to bring back that monster from the prison my lord has put him in. And what is the very thing we are also trying to do to resurrect someone?
Breaking the curse. I think they want it broken.
Of course they do, because they can't do it themselves. Only a hero can break a curse. It's written everywhere. It is the reason why good prevails over evil. Because evil cannot meet the requirements of a true heart to break what cannot be broken.
So you saying we're just going to be walking right into their own plans and just helping them achieve their goals?
Sometimes the only way to beat a trap is to spring it.
Very much so.
So long as we're on the right side of it, darling.
Very true. But it would make sense. The world hasn't really moved much in the past few years, other than people just dying. And then, no offense to any of you, but we didn't really know each other before a few days ago. We had no real opportunity to have possibly met if it were not for Marcus.
He goes into his drawer, by the way.
Let
And
me
he
guess.
brings out a satchel of 10 gold for each of you.
You were asked specifically to put us together, weren't you? For this quest.
I was.
By whom?
I do not know. I was not given a name. And I do not know his face.
But he requested us each by name, didn't he?
Yes. There is still one of you missing, actually.
That is either a good thing or a bad thing.
I do not know at this point.
All I know is that the winds of fate are blowing harder than they have in centuries. Marcus,
Yes,
can we count on you if we need help?
of course.
I don't
I
want
defended-
to risk your life, though.
I have risked my life before.
But friend, I have a feeling we're going to need you. Every life matters more than we know now.
Yes, I can agree with this.
Don't take unnecessary risks to find out who specifically asked for all of us to get together. We will find that out when we need to find that out. For now,
I was told at some point he would find you.
then
I don't know if that helps you all or not.
well, I pray that whoever it is who decided to bring forth these winds is on our side.
As you all are sitting there kind of contemplating that last bit, you hear a deep guttural wail. And it shakes the ground under you as that noise repeats, getting louder and louder.
What is that?
You see Marcus's eyes go wide. It can't be.
But it is.
Lion turtles?
What?
The lion turtles. The giant turtles that are continents. That was one of them. A sound we haven't heard in centuries. What is going on?
Like I said, the winds of fate have been unbound, and where we go from here, we do not know.
Who has the highest passive perception?
I got an 18.
That? Okay, that's probably you then.
Yeah, I have a
Was
9.
that Malik?
My passive perception is 13.
Malik, as you guys were sitting there and then you heard that noise, you happened to glance towards the door. And you happened to see a shadowy figure disappear out of the corner of your eye.
No, you motherfucker. I'm bolting after him.
Okay.
As soon as I recover from shock, I'll be after Malik.
Why are we running? Fine.
Malik, as you run out of the door, you see this figure standing outside the tavern doorway in the rain. And you see him walking with his cane, and he stops, and he looks at you, and he gives you a two-fingered salute as he continues to walk around the corner.
I'm still chasing after.
Okay, does the rest of you follow?
Yes.
Of course.
Why not, darling? Why not? Make me run. Yes.
Okay, I need all of you to give me dex checks, just straight dex checks.
Straight dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Can you win?
12.
17.
Okay. Malik, even with your 21, every time you round a corner and you think he's there, he's still a block ahead of you. And he disappears around another corner.
Even with the fact that I would be moving at 70 feet every 6 seconds.
You don't know how he is doing it, but he is somehow far ahead of you. It's like the world is bending to his will, allowing him to stay ahead of you all. And you can all see this. Every time you guys round a corner and you think you're about to catch him, he does that salute once again and walks around a corner.
After what? Probably the second or third time, Diana's like clutching her side, and it's like, weren't we just told, darlings, to not chase after someone in a plague mask?
After the third time you round a corner, he leads you to where you were going to head into the first place. You see him, his hands crossed in front of him, leaning on his cane, currently standing on the shoulders of the bronze statue of Deet Littlefoot. This is a fun little game. Can we keep playing?
How far away is he?
He is probably about 60 feet from you guys, standing on top of the statue.
I cast Eldritch Blast with a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. Roll damage. Interesting. So Makael, as you launch this eldritch blast and it poof, hits him in the chest, you see him flinch back, and the mask slowly turns back to you as you see that force damage had ripped a hole in his chest. You see almost like a goo-like substance. That hole reforms and comes back into a perfectly pristine cloak. Like the damage had never happened. Your silly force damage cannot hurt me, young warlock.
Seeing the damage, seeing what I saw, I am going to activate Eyes of the Grave.
What does Eyes of the Grave do?
Ooh, yeah.
I posted it.
Roll Eyes of the Grave. Oh, okay. At first level, you gain the ability. Funny enough, it does not ping undead.
Interesting.
Was there any sense of magic? Or color of magic? Or some sort of magic that was...
He
in
has
the
this
plasma?
aura around him. The cloak he seems to be wearing seems to kind of move steadily in the wind. Like it's made from water instead of fabric. Like it's constantly rippling. Same thing with his body. As you see him, whoop, as he does a double front flip and lands onto the ground. Now, I have come to speak with you all. Seeing I am the one who requested you be brought together in the first place.
What do you want?
What do I want? That's a good question. He taps the beak of his plague mask like he's thinking. I could think of a few things that I want. It's more of what I need. And I fear that only you can do it. So I found each one of you. Each individually wondrous in their own way. One, double cursed. Both werewolf and vampire. Another had his entire village slaughtered in front of them. The anger wells inside. I can see it from here. One, so in tune with the arcane that she smokes it from a pipe. The last, so familiar with the ocean that they would be the only one who could probably traverse this chaotic ocean the way it is now. Each chosen for a particular reason. And I brought them together, and he starts to clap. Isn't it marvelous?
You're that creepy mad scientist motherfucker we've been finding out earlier from those books, aren't ya?
That's from the other game.
That's from the old game.
That's from the old game.
timelines overline.
The
Yep,
timelines
overline.
overlaid. Did you do this to us?
But do what? What did I do?
Make each one of us what we are.
Oh no. That was destiny. I just brought you all together. Did you think meeting was some sort of fate?
What else would it be? When what has happened has happened.
I guess you could call it fate. Even if I did nudge it in the correct direction. I am on your side. I promise you that. Because there's somebody I want dead.
And who's that?
You see that plague mask warble and morph into a flat, smiled mask.
I had a feeling it was you, Aeon.
You think I'm the god of chaos? That's a compliment. I promise you I am not him. No. I am the true resurrection of a great being. Someone that heroes thought were a nightmare. Someone that they thought was scattered to the wind.
You lie. You cannot be him.
Oh, young one. I do not lie.
My master would never allow it.
You're right. He wouldn't. That is why I was brought back by another. One who is also familiar with death. Do you think just your master runs that domain? He tilts his head back very, very cockily.
Death is just one side of the coin. There is no way that you were brought out by the goddess of life.
Oh my god, it's so good. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I know who you think I am. But I'll leave you a hint. I'm the reason that the city that this whole world is named after became a ghost town. Who would like to give me a history check?
Ooh, do I ever?
Uh-huh. 16.
God damn it! Every time! I have rolled a 2 on every history check so far.
Yep, no clue.
As per
Give me a
usual.
second, please.
As per usual, can't roll above a 10. Because that was me rolling with a 9, so 16.
I have literally rolled a 2 on every history check we've had this game.
Oof.
And you're proficient, aren't you?
I'm proficient! I have a +4!
I started off strong with that Arcana check, but everything else has been whiffs.
Other than that dex check I had, I haven't rolled the greatest either. Like, I've been met all night.
Diana. The way he speaks, his mannerisms that he's using as he talks, the clicking of his cane as he gestures about and taunts you all, reminds you of a bedtime story. The Mad Clown of GranderField. Said to be a story to scare children. Said to be a villain that was killed a long, long time ago by that original group of heroes.
Okay.
You know him to be as to be called the Mad Clown. Nobody ever found out his actual name.
You see Diana's eyes dart left, right, as she remembers, and gives kind of an odd look, like cocks her head to the side a little bit. Says, surely, I don't think any of us are considered children here, but the Mad Clown?
Good. Finally, somebody who gets it. Do you know how long it took my soul to claw its way from hell?
I was gonna say, you've been supposedly dead for 3,000 years.
It took about 2,500 for me to claw my way from hell. The last 500 to piece my soul back together. And then I was able to create this body. You see him kind of crack open his chest like a shell as you see a rippling amount of Nehinium inside him. I was able to find a catalyst to form a new body.
Oh, he should not have done that. Oh, he should not have done that.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
No, you shouldn't have. Because the moment I
but
see
no.
a body full of Nehinium, he's within 60 feet of me, right?
Sure is. Mask Cure Wounds. I'm assuming you just funnel all of this magic on top of him.
Yep,
When-
straight into it.
When the healing magic hits him, that opening in his chest turns jet black, and that energy turns to ash and hits the ground around him. Nice try. As he closes that hole in his chest. I wouldn't try that again. As you see him pick up his cane, and he click as a blade comes out from the cane. You all start to hear a whoop, 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 whoop as he starts to spin the cane. And I need you all to make wisdom saving throws.
Ooh. Oh, buddy. It'll be fine.
You said
Nice.
wisdom saving throws?
Oh, 13. Why not?
Oh, it was gonna be so good, and then it wasn't.
Oh, oh, Gene, you failed by 1. The only person who passed was Michael. As the DC, as the DC for this was 19. The rest of you, besides Malkael, are all brought to your knees as this sound warbles through your body. It seems like one of you has a mighty strong constitution.
I draw my sword and say, you may test it at your convenience.
Ooh, that was good.
I like this one. But no. He stops waving the cane around and shink slides it back into the sheath as the sound stops. Your vision starts to clear. Because unfortunately, I need you as much as you're going to need me. Because I'm the only one who knows how to decipher this. And he points to an inscription on the bottom of Deet Littlefoot's statue.
Either help us or don't.
Does anyone want to read the inscription on the statue?
I mean, if we can read it from here, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're all 60 feet away still. So.
Yeah, you'd have to probably get a little closer.
Okay, I'll since I'm still on my feet, I'll walk up cautiously.
He steps to the side and he keeps pointing as he lets you approach.
Oh, I can see normally in darkness up to 120 feet.
I mean, I can as well.
Yeah.
Same, I think.
The inscription reads as such. You will find the one that matters most in the Sunken Kingdom.
And where is this sunken kingdom?
Do you not remember history, children?
Oh, I do.
It-
But you can't be serious.
Do you think I joke?
I can't tell right now.
There's a reason I came back. And it wasn't for something as trivial as revenge. The heroes beat me, and they did it fair and square. I am not angry at them. I am angry at a god. One that pretends to be good, but is one of the most evil among them. I do not like false gods. And through that mask, you see it part, and as he says that, you just see layers and layers upon sharp, jagged teeth as those words come out like venom to him.
Well, which one, darling?
There's a lot of them.
15 to be exact.
18.
18. You mentioned 15 earlier. Where did the other 3 come from?
He mentioned 18, you just misheard.
I counted, I promise.
And I have also just counted, it is 18.
It is one of the goddesses. She overwatches the stars.
Viantis?
Alana.
No, Oana, yeah.
Anna. Every single corrupt thing that comes from the gods all started with that one. But she pretends to be the shining star of hope. But it's all bullshit. She is the one who stabbed the god of the moon in the back. But do you know who she stuck the blame on? The god of chaos. What bullcrap. He might be called the god of chaos, but he is such a goody two-shoes that I can barely stomach it.
Well, she is also one of the ones that blocks higher tier magic, so I'm not necessarily keen on her myself.
I mean, I figured she was at least corrupt. Again, because like Diana said, she was part of the reason why magic is sealed the way it is.
She is responsible for everything. Who do you think whispered in Zandri's ear, saying that the kings would betray them? Did you know he slaughtered 4 innocent kings?
I mean, it was pretty clear that he killed them in cold blood.
Some of them deserved it. The Almain family wasn't necessarily good for this world, but that doesn't mean they deserved to be slaughtered.
reason why the Yin Yang Lake is dry. Because it's out of balance. One side is too strong in comparison to the other.
What is yin and yang but a reflection? He starts to pace kind of around you all. Atem, the god of reflection. Something must have happened to them as well. They're the reason the Yin Yang Lake even existed. The Yin Yang Lake was the source of his power. It drying up means either one of two things. Either the god of reflection is dead, or for some reason needed to hide. The first thing that I brought you all together to do was to weed out a new infection upon this world. And that is this Nihinium.
The thing that is very well keeping you alive.
That may be true. But when you complete your mission, I will willingly go back to my rest.
Will
How
you swear
thoughtful.
that on the River Styx?
Of course. I lived a long and wondrous life. I was felled by the hands of my arch and enemies, and they won fair and square. The only reason I'm here is because I had some unfinished business.
And what is that?
Oh, Anna. When I was having my battle with the heroes, she helped tilt the scales in their favor, making it an unfair fight.
But that you just said they defeated you fair and square.
Yes, because it was by their hands. They did not know of her interference, and I did not speak of it. Because at that time, the world needed heroes. Now heroes are dead. Now all the world has is you few. Heroes are just legends now. What you choose to be is up to you.
Now, if Oana tipped the scales into the favor of heroes, how is she corrupt, as you say?
Way back when, he starts to tap his cane along to the rhythm of his walking around all of you. There was a key plot point that the heroes missed. When Dyson City got hit with a concussive force of that of 10 tons of TNT, what do you think made that concussive blast? It wasn't humans.
I mean, that was at a time when people had the ability to cast a wish. It could have easily been magic, or, heaven forbid, another meteor falling from the sky.
It was a rain of magic blasted down on Dyson City by Owana herself. She is the reason all of those innocent people were turned into zombies. She was working for Silverblade. That was the key that the heroes missed. And yet they broke bread with her. They drank with her. They drank with all the gods who pretended to be their friends. When I was the one who pushed them to be the heroes they were, not the gods.
Could this corruption, or this tipping point in Owana's history, be something that we don't understand? Or, heaven forbid, be the influence of the very creatures she was sworn to fight? That maybe an astral dreadnought finally did what it has always wanted. Take over the body of a god?
Leviathan. An astral dreadnought who crowned himself king of the dreadnoughts. I think he wormed his way into her body, slowly taking over her mind. Whether or not the original goddess is still in there, I do not know. But I know she is responsible for everything. She is why that moon is red. She is why the seas spit back any boats that try to venture forth. She is the reason that one of my dear friends was killed in cold blood. You see his mask warble and transform kind of into a frowny face as he continues to tap his cane as he walks. Tell me, Jean. And he taps your chest with his cane. Do you have the skills as a sailor to conquer these chaotic seas?
Braver than I have fallen to seas far less turmoilous than this. It'd be far more perilous. But I not be without me courage to try.
Good. The Sunken Kingdom. It is on one of the lion turtles. That noise you heard was it coming up from the depths for the first time in centuries. I have the feeling it sensed my presence. Seeing the person that resides on that lion turtle hates my guts. But he taps the statue. That is your first stop.
But how are we to even get close enough to the ocean to set sail when we can't even leave the city walls without having the ability to possibly be murdered in seconds?
Do what your friend suggested. Find this Victor Van Dark. I have heard he's invented a new technology that can cloak you from such evils. Don't worry. I'll be watching. And in an instant, as he walks behind you, Malik, he disappears in an instant.
First we find the flesh of a god in coin, and now we have a children's bedtime story made real in front of us. This is all very tiring.
Like I said, the winds of fate have been unbound for the first time in centuries. A bedtime story clawed his way out of the pits of Tartarus, a feat impossible by many.
To be fair, it took him 2,500 years to do so.
True. But irregardless, things are happening beyond our level of understanding. And what time is it right now, by the way? Because I thought it was late and we were getting later in the day.
It is probably it's probably around 3 o'clock at this point.
Okay.
It is still hard to tell because it is technically night.
I mean, I have a watch, remember? I was given a watch. I remember
Yes,
that.
you
I
were
wrote
given a
that
watch.
on my... I was given a watch. An evil Nehinium watch, but I have a watch.
Mm-hmm.
The Yeah, the watch says about 3 p.m.
Okay.
But the moonlight that now covers the statue of Deet Littlefoot, it gives the statue of this once happy bard a very, very unnerving look to it.
I say we return to Marcus. Collect the one component, and then make plans to visit Victor.
Well, he gave you the box of pixie dust. He gave
I
it
was
to
gonna
I
Malcolm.
didn't realize we.
Yeah.
I didn't realize somebody had picked it up.
Yeah, I would have probably. The moment he had given it to us, I probably would have, like, someone would have put it in their bag.
Okay. Well, it wasn't me.
I think there is some place I should take all, and we can maybe find some answers about whether or not we can trust the clown.
Okay.
We must go to the church in town. I need to be underground in order to contact my master. And there is a crypt there that I can do that at.
Hey, that don't sound the least bit foreboding.
Well, when you're a servant of the god of death, you go where he says to go.
Fantastic.
So I presume that means you need to be 6 feet under, darling?
Pretty much to the foot.
That's a good watch.
There is a crypt in the cathedral within the city that that I have the permission to go to, and we can see if Zadara is willing to talk today.
Is that what you all want to do?
That's my suggestion.
Sure.
I'm not saying we have to. I'm just saying it's my suggestion.
So our two options are first going to this place to talk to your master, or to, well, it's past noon for a garden party with a certain sorcerer. I wouldn't mind going, although I would suggest if things go awry, we could take a little bit of a short rest.
I would be amenable to that. Maybe stop and get something to eat.
I also tend to digest what I've just heard over a halfway decent meal, because we've just been told a lot.
All right. So do you all want to go to probably a tavern? I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume a tavern.
answer.
All right. Where would you all like to go? You know there are several taverns in the city.
Well,
Well, we
Let's-
can't exactly. Actually, could maybe go into the other one? Now that it's without a proprietor, all of its wares are going to be spoiled soon. No sense that good food and ale go to waste.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Going there, we also know, or at least don't have to take too long to look for any vipers or masks. Well, I would advise we destroy the masks that are in the basement first.
All right. So you all want to go? Oh God, what was the name of that tavern? Son of a bitch.
It was, I think I have it in my notes.
I forgot to write that
The
down.
Blackbird Tavern.
Oopsies.
Blackbird Tavern.
Blackbird Tavern. Okay. All right. So you all travel back to the Blackbird.
That is completely and
And-
utterly empty.
Actually, negative. As you all walk towards the Blackbird Tavern, you hear noises coming from it. Happy, jovial noises. You hear the ruckus of a crowd. Sounds like patrons.
That doesn't seem right.
You hear this lovely music that is now playing through our bot here, coming from the tavern. And as you enter, you see bards playing this music. You see people enjoying food. The place no longer musty and dark. It's now bright and full of life.
Oh my god, I can actually get a meal!
As
Wow.
you see a gentleman behind the counter in a very, very bright purple, deep purple, Victorian style outfit, very fitting to his body, currently cleaning a glass and dancing to the music. As he goes, hello there, patrons! What can I do you for?
Oh god, it is so good to see you.
Good. I have not met you before, sir, but come on in. Please have a seat at my bar. I am the new owner of this proprietorship.
Oh, it's not the place I was thinking of then, you sad little fuck.
No,
Oh, you cheater, I thought it was.
it is not the weasel. I'm sorry.
San Brando!
well, that was very quick ownership, darling. A quick ownership change.
Well, when one proprietor dies, it does fall to the patron of the city. It now becomes under my ownership, and I wanted to spruce the place up a bit. It was quite dull.
And
You worked awfully fast for someone that just took over.
I was gonna say, it's only been a few hours. Not even more than 2 hours since we were last here.
Oh, I have eyes and ears everywhere, my friends.
As a good barkeep should.
So there-
Still,
And your name is?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I am Victor Van Dark. As he bows and very extravagantly, one hand behind his back, one on his chest. As you see this gentleman.
Well, that was easier than we thought.
how fortuitous.
It's almost like someone
Oh,
should
no.
ask him a question.
He's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
Right.
Oh no, he's a fop.
Well,
Almost.
it is a pleasure to meet you, Victor.
to give context for anyone who could be watching, this man looks like he was chiseled from granite.
Oh, they'll be able to see it. I have the picture on the screen.
Yeah. But eventually I do want to make this podcast worthy, so I want to get this up on one of those. So what you all would be seeing is a man in a Victorian style outfit, very deep purple in color. Very, very ornate jewels on each shoulder pad. A gun on his hip, of all things, instead of a sword. And his entire outfit is basically deep purple with a little bit of that brown leather woven into it.
He looks like a young James Kirk with long hair.
He does. But who told me of this establishment being no longer, well, under its previous ownership? Children! You see the two children that you brought to the orphanage, or that the company brought to the orphanage, come out from behind the kitchen. Both of them kind of wearing, kind of tailored to them, kind of like small bartenders' outfits.
Helps.
I have given the children something to look forward to. I have told them that they can earn their father's bar after they turn a certain age. Until then, they will be working for me.
How very kind.
Now I have
Well-
a question for you, Victor.
Yes. And he gives you this, like, toothy grin as he's cleaning a glass.
Has the serpent bit the back of your hand?
He raises an eyebrow at you, and he says, "The well remains dry." Now he leans forward and he goes, "I think we should talk in my office." As he continues to give you that very toothy smile.
Lead the way.
Please, come with me. He addresses the room. He goes, "Please, keep enjoying your meals and drinks on me." And everyone just as he walks to his office. I have always wanted to be a bartender. As he sits behind a desk.
So we're in the other room, and we're alone with just the 5, 6 of us now.
Yeah, so just Victor and you guys.
Okay. At this point, I would like to take out the sword and hold up Victor at sword point, and back him against the wall.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, hold on there. What is the meaning of this?
Let's try this again, in case your new business has made you a little shy in the head. Has the serpent bit the back of your hand?
Oh, did I say the saying wrong? Hold on.
Technically, yes, you did. You missed a
Yeah.
word.
Oh,
This is the word.
I wrote this down for a reason.
I did too.
Same.
yeah,
I
my
speak
bad.
in
Well, where
these
did I
terms,
miss?
so-
I was
You
willing
said
to
that
go
the
with
well
that.
is still dry. It's supposed to be the venom's well is still dry.
Okay. You hear him kind of go. The Venom's well is still dry.
What do you think, guys? Can we trust him?
I am going to walk over to him while he's still at sword point. Lift his cuffs, see if there are any viper bangles on his wrists.
There's not,
And
but
check his... Oh.
as Gene, as the tip of your blade is kind of holding him on his chest, on the back of your head, you feel the cold press of metal as you hear a click. Now I suggest you lower your sword before I decide to get angry. As you all see that pistol that was on his hip is now floating behind Gene's head.
I see. You're not exactly as daft as I took you for. Smart. Also, you'll have to excuse me impatience. After the day we've been having difficulty of knowing who to trust. And me having my own messages. You have to understand that words in clarity are important.
I could understand as such.
I
The
just-
metal unpresses from the back of your head and it unclicks as the pistol slowly floats back to his belt.
Though we trust you to a point, if you do not mind emptying your pockets and showing your wrists.
He flips out his pockets so they look like bunny ears. And he lifts up both of his arms and spins his wrists. There are no bracelets.
Thank you.
Well, that's good enough for me, darling. But since we're having this little meeting, something to drink, finger food.
Ah, I can get those. Children, and you see one of them peek around the corner. Please go get refreshments and some snacks for our friends here. And they both scurry off. Now, may I ask why you were looking for me? And in particular, how you knew a phrase only one other person knows?
Because that person told us to come and find you. Because they think you are the only person who can help us.
Oh, Victor sent you then.
Aye,
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus, yes, duh. I did not send myself, god damn it.
Marcus sent us to you, and it seems that someone else also said we should come talk to you. Because the
And that
words of
is?
the clown.
The clown? Who the fuck is the clown?
Oh,
The mad clown?
The mad clown? The bedtime story?
The boogeyman himself.
Wait, hold on. he starts laughing hysterically. You're telling me that the mad clown is real, and he talked to you?
Yes.
Okay, you fucking lost me.
Let's just say the winds of fate have been unbound in ways you do not even comprehend.
Clearly not. If a bedtime story is real.
Did
and
you not
frankly,
hear
you
the
don't
scream
want
of
to,
a-
darling.
Did you not hear the scream of a lion turtle about an hour or so ago?
I did, and what were you saying? He looks at Diana.
So frankly, you don't really want to know, darling, with what we've been told for the past, however long. It's why I'm looking forward to a little refreshment as she's looking towards the door. The important thing is that Marcus sent us.
A couple minutes later, the children come back in with just whatever beer was on tap and some finger food for you all.
Thank you, little ones. And allow me to be the first to apologize for your loss. I know that losing your dad had to be really hard on you. But you both look like little scraps. And I'm sure the both of you...
We're doing our best. Losing Da was a little weird. We didn't really get to see him die, but we understand that he's gone.
At that point, Malik is gonna get down on their level and say, "I'm sorry, I lied to you."
Oh, we get it. We're children. Some children wouldn't understand death, but we grew up in it. You now realize that the children of this age have all grew up around death.
Yep. And he'll put his hands out toward each of them and just give them, a cross and say, "May Sadar give you a long life. May death not find you till it is your time."
You guys are weird, but you're cool, I guess. You have a big dog and a cat, so... the two of them scurry off.
Alright, now that we have some refreshments, some food, I am going to ensure the door is closed, it is locked, and say to Victor,
You spoke of trust. How about this? He goes into a drawer, and he takes out a scroll. How many of you are well versed in the arcane?
Diana raises a hand.
Malik,
Speaking of the arcane, would any one of you happen to have a spell that would be good for the subversion situations? Make sure there isn't any more transpondence going in and out. Magically speaking, of course.
You don't have to worry about that around me, boy. Or... madam. It's hard to tell, sorry.
it's okay.
He snaps his fingers, and you see that there are runes covering this entire room. There is not a spell that could get in or out of this room. But he's going to toss Diana the scroll that he took out of his drawer.
Okay.
And Diana, that is a scroll of Zone of Truth.
Ooh. Okay.
We love a good zone of truth.
You spoke about the truth. Cast that on me. And you will have all of the answers you want. I will give over to it willingly. That way I can earn your trust.
Okay. That's very bold of you, darling. If that is what you want, then that is what I can do. As she begins casting Zone of Truth.
Give me a second.
Music change.
As you cast the Zone of Truth, he fails the save willingly and allows the magic to wash over him. And he gestures to you all. Go on. Ask anything.
Victor von Dark, are you a pawn of the one true king?
Never. The way he said that, he looks like he wanted to spit on you.
Are you associated or affiliated with either the werewolf clans or the vipers of the vampires?
All I want is for those monsters to die. And I will do anything to make that happen. They are nothing but a plague on this world.
Do you know the truth of Nehenium?
No. There's a truth?
I look to Malkael. Show him.
I reach into my bag of holding and produce the still beating heart.
Do you have
What
any
in-
Nehenium on you?
I do?
Put it
What
on
in the hells is that?
Put the Nehenium on the table, and I will surely as hell show you.
He goes into a drawer and he takes out a ingot of Nehenium. And he puts it on the table.
With it being an ingot, I will do this. Let's
You see the heart and the ingot smashed together, and the heart grows by about double. It's probably now the size of a very large grapefruit. And he looks down and he goes, "What in the gods?"
You said it to yourself. What in the gods?
He slowly looks up. Are you telling me that's part of a god?
Aye.
Where does Nehenium come from, my friend?
I thought it was just stone that we made into currency.
When did Nehenium appear?
After the fall of the sun.
What also happened at the fall of the sun?
Oh god. The god of the moon.
You're looking at him.
Or a portion thereof.
Oh hells. You see him run his hands through the back of his hair, kind of slicking it back as you see that his long brown hair is tied into like a half ponytail, half like letting it hang around his shoulders. And what am I supposed to do with this information?
Start making sure that every bit of Nehenium is put into one place and is stopped being used as a currency in this town.
Aye, you might want to start going back to the gold standard again.
That won't be easy. People have grown accustomed to Nehenium. Some of them worship it.
That's the point. What do you do to ensure a god's power stays small? Keep making it smaller.
Oh god. Now, why did you ask if I was associated with the Vipers?
I asked because the vipers, the werewolves, are You're all working for the same person.
And who is that?
The Black Ones.
But they're dead.
Oh, you
We've been
think,
dead for centuries.
You think they're dead.
I heard a rumor that something grew in their stead. But none of us knows the name of this new, well, what I assume is probably a cult.
Whatever that new cult is, they're part of the problem. Between them,
His eyes shift from left to right, kind of looking at all of you to see if, like, there's any deceit among you. But he knows that this room is now filled with the zone of truth. I don't... This is above my pay grade.
welcome to being what basically is the royal of this town.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Fate has come knocking, and it's your choice as to whether or not you are going to answer.
And what is it that you think I can do to help you all?
We
We need to secure the city, and then we need to secure a safe mode of travel.
A safe mode of travel, you say?
We need
Well-
to get to Figgis.
Oh, that's quite the travel.
And we also need to ensure we hit the Lake of Songs on the way.
Now, the best way for you to do this is going to be on foot. It might take you a long time.
Time necessarily isn't the issue. We don't have a necessary timeline at this point, but tasks that we know need to be completed.
Come with me. Do you see him get up? You see him reach down his collared shirt, and he pulls out a key. And he walks over to the corner of the room where a door shouldn't be.
Someone works fast.
What do you mean? And you see him stick the key in the wall, where you now know is a keyhole, and he click as the key turns, part of the wall becomes a door. Welcome to my workshop. And as he enters the workshop, I think that is where we're gonna stop for today.
Oh, but 9 more minutes, Dad! No, I'm just kidding. I feel like this is a really good stop.
Do we get what's considered a short rest?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I want to get some spell slots back.
I gotta
want to
say that-
spend, go ahead.
No, go ahead. There's more in game. I was just want to compliment your choice of music for this entire session.
Oh, it was
Oh, thank you.
perfection. Perfection,
Yeah.
baby.
But
I
by
may
the
want to
way,
pick your brain on how to do that.
so-
actually.
what I've been doing, this is all royalty-free music on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
That's all this is. I'm
Sure.
literally just scrolling through royalty-free music and finding what I think fits to the situation. You know, all you do is you type in free use music into like free use ambience or free use D&D music into YouTube, and a bunch of stuff comes up. But saying that, thank you all for listening, and find us next time on Zoro's Playground as we will continue the story of GranderField. See you all later.